What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is October 23rd. It is now 11:02 a.m. and this is episode 238 of our show. And oh my goodness, these are the days that we dream about for those of us that are in this kind of industry where you're covering news. And especially for me, I do a daily show, and news is a beautiful thing. When there's actual legitimate news stories, it is a beautiful thing. And if you watched yesterday's episode, you might notice that I didn't discover the drama that was going on until the very, very end of yesterday's show. We really didn't get into it. I've seen a whole bunch of tweets. We got a whole bunch of information. So it is going to be absolutely interesting to try to break this thing down and try to understand what is going on here. And also to think about the ramifications of potentially what is going on here. This is the Witching Tower VR. And I just wanted to remind everybody, does everybody remember that this game is coming out in a couple of days? This game, I believe, comes out on Thursday, and it is the Witching Tower VR. Now, this was a game that we were looking at as possibly one of the biggest VR games in the month of October. Certainly Astrobot is the big VR game in the month of October. We did get Evasion on October 9th, another pretty big game. And Wardust kind of came out of nowhere. We didn't have Wardust on our charts at all. We got Wardust. That is a big game as well. But the Witching Tower VR, this might actually be one of the biggest games of the month. And I did receive a key from Daily Magic Productions, and I'm going to be playing this game later today. And I'm going to try to put at least a solid hour into it, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll see how much I can get into this, but I do want to give it some legit action today. And I will be talking about this game tomorrow. I will be talking about my first impressions on the Witching Tower VR. The embargo is over with tomorrow, prior to our Wednesday episode. So I will be talking about this on tomorrow's episode, and then it does come out on October 25th, I believe. But what I noticed on the Oculus Rift subreddit yesterday, somebody was saying there's a demo for 3D Nest VR on Steam, like a freaking demo on Steam. So I was like, yeah, why not? So I bounced over to Steam, I got the demo, and I tried this out. And you know what? I gotta say, man, this is freaking hella cool. Like, this is a lot cooler than I ever thought it was gonna be. Because when Steve was talking about it, I was interested in it. I've heard about this. I've seen the videos of this before, and it looks super interesting. You're going to pay a price for putting on a VR headset. And I was saying that I don't think the price is worth it to play a retro game. I don't think the price is worth it. But I got in here and I played some Super Mario Brothers on this thing right here, and I was freaking impressed. This was really cool. I really liked it. It really is this diorama. Imagine, if you will, that somebody made a Lego set that is Super Mario Brothers 1, and that, say it's like somewhere between 7 and 9 inches deep, a Lego diorama that is playing out in front of you, where you kind of see it from a side angle, kind of Zaxxon style, and you see the 3D depth everywhere. And that's what they've done with this. And oh my goodness, it works well. It really works well. And so what this is in China. Ladies and gentlemen, this is in, let's see, where is it in China? It's in Nanchang, China. This is the 2018 World Conference on VR Industry. See this lady right here that this person is filming the back of her head? She is walking to go into this conference. Look at these crowds, folks. This isn't like the new Avatar movie or a good Star Wars movie. What are these crowds doing? Where are they going? They are going to the 2018 World Conference on VR Industry in Nanchang, China. And these people are going to check out VR. These people are hyped. They want to check out VR. And so the thing that I want to say here is, here in America, especially in California, especially in the Silicon Valley, VR's dead. You know, VR is dead. It's time to pack it up. It's over. VR's dead. But guess what? We live on a planet that includes other countries and other populations, and VR is not dead worldwide. In fact, VR is just getting going. Look at these people in China. These people are hyped. They are down. I think it's time for all of us to maybe move to China because VR seems to be appreciated there. I played some more War Dust yesterday, and damn it, do I suck. I am simply not good at this game. I get killed left and right. But here's the good news. The good news is I got to try a couple of new maps. The main map that we were in, most of us, so I got into this map. This is just, I believe, called Middle East. There's like a Dubai something, there's a Middle East one, and then there's another one. I can't remember the name of it. But basically, I've now tried 3 different maps. And the one thing that I can tell you about this game, War Dust, let me go ahead, actually, let me look up the Steam page for War Dust. Because I know it's on sale right now, but I know the sale is going to end at a certain point. And so I wanted to highlight this before this sale is over. Okay, so War Dust is on sale right now for $15. This promotion ends on the 26th. So this ends in a matter of days. The reviews are very positive, 143 reviews. This came out on October 19th. This is War Dust that we're talking about. Basically, the bottom line I want to say with this, though, is if you are an Onward person, if you are a Pavlov person, if you're into Standout, if this is your type of thing, you know what? You probably want to get War Dust, I think, for $15, especially considering that PC VR is basically dying. We're only going to get a handful of these things, so you better grab them while they're there, I guess, right? Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get into the entire drama that took place yesterday. And so, yeah, this is a dark day in the reality of VR. This is a dark day. And the truth of the matter is that basically decisions are made, big time decisions are made in boardrooms. Companies sometimes are going in certain directions, and at the last second they say, you know what, cancel that shit, we're going in this direction, we are making a harsh decision and we are going in this direction. And that appears to be the situation that we're in with this entire Oculus Rift situation. Brendan Arib, the whole thing, it is kind of crazy here. And so this was the original story where it all started off. We heard that the former Oculus CEO, Brendan Arib, is departing Facebook. Now, when I started my show yesterday, I saw this story, but I didn't know that there was this rumor out there that he left because basically what essentially is the Oculus Rift 2, the CV2, as we know it, that project has basically just been axed. It is chopped. It is off the block. Now, does that mean that we're not ever going to get a PC VR headset from Oculus? I think that is very unlikely. We will get additional PC VR headsets, but is it a situation, though, where maybe the focus has moved away from PC VR and maybe the focus is really on standalone, and maybe Facebook internally, now this is my own personal gut instinct, but my own personal gut instinct tells me that Facebook is going to continue to support their PC VR market with the Oculus Rift, the Oculus Store, that entire ecosystem. They will continue to support it, but they won't have their heart in it. They will not have their heart in it. Their heart is going to be behind standalone products like the Oculus Quest. And I believe this is the reassurance tweet. This is the calm the F down tweet, everybody. Chill the F out. So here's what Nate Mitchell is saying. A lot of questions today about the future of Rift. We're still driving forward on the Rift PC platform with new hardware, software, and content. Lots of great stuff in the works. More to share in the months ahead. That is Nate Mitchell. So Oculus is not abandoning the PC. In fact, I even have a newer quote, a more recent quote from an Oculus spokesperson to VentureBeat. Now, here's the quote. We aren't quite ready to talk about the next version of Rift, but PC VR is still a category we are investing in. It's still part of our strategy. We're continuing work across product and content, and you'll see this manifest next year. Additionally, Nate continues to lead the Rift PC team, and there are no changes there. Okay, so basically Facebook and Oculus, they're coming out with all these official statements, and they're saying, wait a minute, we are still very much supporting the PC. We are sticking with the Oculus Rift. There are going to be future products on the Oculus Rift from a hardware standpoint. There is going to be software. There is going to be content. We've got lots of great stuff in the works. Don't worry about it, folks. You're going to continue to see this stuff manifest next year, 2019. And so that's kind of their response. That is Oculus's response. And so a lot of people are like, well, is TechCrunch, is this a completely fabricated story by TechCrunch? Are they just making shit up? Where did they get this? Is this fake news? What is going on here? And so TechCrunch, they responded to that as well. This is Lucas Matney. He tweeted out, and he works for TechCrunch. I believe he reported on this story, and here's what he had to say about it. He says, look, plans to build a PC headset further down the line is a different clarification than them shelving plans for a productized, is that a word? Rift 2 headset. There may be future headset with the Rift name, but the next generation that was being planned has been canceled. And you know what? Here's the deal, guys. I think this shit is true. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to believe this is true. I actually believe this is true because I don't think, look, I know there are websites that will fabricate shit out of the blue. They will make something up, and all they have to do is claim that they have an inside source. And so you can pretty much make up any rumor you want, and you can try to stick to your guns, and you can try to generate a lot of traffic to your website. I don't think this is the case. I think they do have some people that are on the inside, and I think this is the whispers that came down the pipe. I believe that Brendan Arib was really behind a particular product, and that product, they pulled the plug. They simply pulled the plug on that product. And I have a lot of explanations about that. I have a lot of theories about that. Why did they pull the product? And I think they pulled it because look at Oculus. Look at the amount of money that they're spending on the Respawn game, on Defector, on Stormland, on all these games. They're spending millions upon millions upon millions of dollars backing these AAA experiences that we've gotten in VR so far. And we got to be feeling a little bit grateful for what we have received and for all the money they have blown. Because the truth of the matter is they have helped advance VR probably 3 or 4 years farther than we would have ever gotten otherwise. So this has worked out good from that standpoint. But if you're Oculus and if you've made an internal decision that your future really is standalone, your future is walled garden, your future is standalone, your future is Best Buy, your future is Target, your future is Walmart. They're going to have a box this next spring for $399 that you can buy that is all in one. It has everything. There is nothing to set up. You don't have to set up USB sensors. You don't have to make sure you have an NVIDIA card. You don't have to make sure you have a USB in a tech card. You don't have to put lighthouses anywhere. There's no cameras. There's cameras, but they're all built in. Everything is built in. It's an all-in-one device. And if Oculus and Facebook internally know that this is their future, are you going to continue to drop millions upon millions upon millions of dollars funding these incredibly expensive, elaborate PC VR games like Stormland, like Defector, like the Respawn game. If you're doing all of that, but that's not your focus anymore, then why would you blow all those millions of dollars? So I believe Oculus internally, they've decided standalone is their future. That is where they're going. And that's why they're going down the standalone road. And it's the right move. It's the right move. Sure, me and you, we're graphics whores. We want the ultimate experience. We want Primordian, you know? We want to stand in an avatar jungle and be surrounded in a world that is so incredibly lush and vivid and magical with the best tracking you could possibly get, no kind of hiccups or anything. We want giant field of view. We want eye tracking, foveated rendering. We want the elimination of screen door effect. We want no God rays. You know, we want all these things. We want to be so immersed in a VR experience. We are the high-end players. We are the hardcore. But the problem is there simply isn't enough of us to be viable for a gigantic ass company like Facebook. And what they're doing right now is they are spending so much freaking money making shit like Stormland for such a tiny fraction of the population. In some ways, now this is removing the fact that I'm a PC gamer. It's removing the fact that I like playing Transference. It's removing the fact that I like playing Subnautica. Look, I'm going to miss these high-end PC VR games just like you guys are. I'm going to miss stuff like Stormlands and Robo Recall and all of that. If PC VR were to die, I mean, I'm loving Windlands 2. I'm loving Pixel Rip 1989. Do you think I really want PC VR to die? No, but I'm approaching this from like a logical perspective, from a wider view, not from a perspective of being a PC gamer. I'm approaching this from a perspective of like mass market adoption. And in some ways, I kind of feel like the VR that we've had right now has maybe done more to hurt widespread adoption of VR than help it. And that maybe it would have been better off if all of these companies, Sony, all of them, if nobody had ever brought anything out until it was wireless, until it was standalone, until it was all built in. Because you know what, as hyped as we are to put on all these wires, and we'll put on a body suit, we'll put a tracker on our damn shoulder, we'll put a couple trackers on our feet, we'll buy these aim controllers, we'll get a freaking Phil 3 rig where we're rolling around in a roller ball. You know, we'll do all of this type of shit. We will go out of our way to try to experience some crazy ass shit. The problem is Uncle Bob ain't gonna do all that. Your cousin Rick ain't going to do all that. And we need everybody and their mama to jump in on this thing if we're really going to get all the stuff that we really want long term. Might even get into some war dust, so you might be sniping me from 300 yards away very easily, over and over and over again. So I'm still a PC VR gamer. I'm just trying to call it like it is. It's an interesting situation. We will continue to follow it. We will continue to watch it. That's the way it is. Got a lot of new people in chat that don't understand my style, and that's okay. That's going to happen. It's good. I'm glad to have all these new people. Probably a lot of dislikes on this episode, which that's cool as well. I'm running away. No, I am not running away. This is how long this show is. Dude, CJ, keep showing up. Keep showing up, CJ. I have no problem with you showing away. There's no running away, bro. I got takes for days. This is my take, and I will continue to bang away on it. I am on my bully pulpit, and I will bang away. But I do want to say thanks, everybody, for watching the show. We do have a website. It is called VR Game Rankings. My website is still there. It is still operational. I am still going to cover the Oculus Rift and all other systems that come down the pipe. Nothing has changed. I'm still here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, guys. All of you new viewers, subscribe to the channel, like the video. No, actually, go ahead and dislike it. That's good as well. If you dislike it, it is great as well. It shows that you're engaged. See, if you have no like or dislike, if you're just like, you don't even care, that's the worst. That's what we don't want. We want you to like us. We want you to hate us. And we will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Take it easy. Later.